Hello everyone, welcome you all to the 𝐎𝐮𝐫 platform. So guys, mega marathon with respect to UGC NET paper 1, 120 previous year questions of unit number 9, people, development and environment. So this is the most difficult unit for UGC NET aspirants in paper 1. And in this unit, we cannot expect 5 by 5 questions to be corrected. But we should try our best to get as maximum as questions possible. But that we can able to gain the knowledge only by solving a previous year questions. We can able to fetch more questions by understanding the repetitive trend of the previous year question from this particular unit. Because learning a theory is a bit difficult as the portion is very vast in nature. You have to cover minimum theory points, whatever is there the conceptual in the syllabus. But try to gain more knowledge from the previous year question, how the questions are asking. That will make your solving of PYQs, solving of question with respect to people and environment in a more easier way by understanding the trend of the question, from which area most repetition is happening, you need to observe. So in this 120 previous year questions marathon, you are going to enlighten your mind for sure, and your brain will be mentally fixing some areas of a repetition which is there in this particular 120 question. And this 120 questions are going to be there. These 120 questions, whatever I am going to cover in this particular session, will be December 2023 and June 2023. December 2023, total 15 shifts of paper, and each shift will be having 5 questions. And here 9 shifts of papers, and each shift will be having 5 questions will be there in June also. So total 24 shifts into 5 questions, 120 questions of people and environment questions will be there in this particular. Please watch entire session. Within less time, you can cover more points, more previous year questions, and the trend you can understand. If you prepare this much, the similar topic or similar question can be expected in upcoming 2025 examination as well. So let's proceed further. If you are first time in this channel, please do subscribe to this channel 𝐎𝐮𝐫 and download our app also, and do join in our Telegram group. Please share with your friends also, so that it will be reached to many members. And here, if you want a paper 1 revision magazine, this is a revision magazine which is covering 7 units of paper 1. It is not including data interpretation, reading comprehension, mathematical ability. But in this 40 pages, including a new previous year question points, a quick revision with the charts and single liners wherever possible. We try to add previous year questions of recent examination, single liner point for every unit basis with updates. It is available. So just at a 226 rupees you can get at your home. So 226 rupees will be the price. The Google form link is available in the description. Just open that link and pay the 226 rupees. Fill your address. You will get at your home only. We'll send you by courier. And if it is for this examination, 4 days it will take minimum to reach to outside the Telangana, outside the Andhra Pradesh. If it is within Telangana and Andhra, it will reach within 3 days only. Right? And if you want to prepare previous year question, all the previous year question almost 3,000, so 4,100 previous year questions of paper 1 on topic wise basis, and June 2024 re-NET exam papers also there. Total 17 shifts every day we are discussing in our platform. If you want all these 41 shifts of previous year questions plus 41 mock tests with explanation, 4,100 questions just at a 799 only you can able to get. It is there in 𝐎𝐮𝐫 platform. And if it is for paper 2 commerce also, same way, 3,700 questions are available from 2019 to 2024. This course, video lectures of explanation classes for previous year question plus CBT mock test series. Everything under one roof. 3,700 is there. 3,700 questions. The price of this commerce also at a 799. If you want, in commerce we have covered 2019 till the 2024 total 17 previous papers. In paper 1 total 41 previous paper, 41 mock tests. Here commerce also 20 CBT mock tests with explanation. So with that total, that many questions are going to cover. Very small investment for your NET JRF examination. And if you want a both paper 1 and paper 2 combo, 1499, 1500 only it will be available. Price is not going to reduce because we kept a low price. Whether it is near to the exam or whatever, price is remains same. You can download the PDF, you can print it also, you can use it for the future reference if you want. Just download the app, simply register or go to the website, simply register, login, go to the courses. You can find the first 3 courses. This only, first one is combo, second one is only paper 1, third one will be only paper 2 commerce. You can pay and access to the course immediately without any time limit. So validity of the course will be 40 days. Let's start this session without late. People and environment, previous year questions of 2023 June and December. 2023, all the shifts of previous year question. There will be total 9 shifts in this, into 5 questions in each shift. Target is to cover 45 questions first. Later we'll jump into the December 2023 PYQs. Shift number 1, question number 1, sir. See, first read out the question. If you understand something, then search for the options. And if you can relate to something to your previous knowledge, you try to execute that knowledge on the question. Even after thinking also you are not getting, just leave it. Make answer in the chat box and leave it. I will explain with as much as easiness possible. I will try to make it more easy for each and every question in a conceptual way. So don't get scared for the questions. The nature of questions in people and environment will be like this only. Which of the following are the sources of volatile organic compounds? Actually, volatile organic compounds are one of the main air pollutants. That too, it is a primary air pollutant, we call it as. So, from where the source of this pollutant will be there? Which one will be, which activity is producing this VOC, volatile organic compounds? When this volatile organic compounds interacts with the sunlight, photochemical smoke, super. So when this volatile organic compounds with NOx, nitric oxide, and in the presence of this sunlight, when they interact, this will be forming photochemical smoke. This is the most repeated previous question. Photochemical smoke, not fog. So when VOC plus NOx in the presence of the sunlight, it will be forming photochemical smoke, PCS. Now in this, volatile organic compounds are option 4, that is A, B, C, D. All vehicles, plants, termites, as well as power plants, bogs, everything is releasing the air pollutants of VOC. This is a primary air pollutant. There are 2 categories of air pollutant, primary and secondary. Primary are directly emitted into the atmosphere, directly releasing into the atmosphere by the human activities. All these are comes under human activities only, which will be releasing volatile organic compounds. Next, pH. What is the full form of pH? pH level we will see now in the water quality. So what is that pH? pH, an important water quality parameter. So 5 statements are given with respect to it. What is the full form of pH? I am not getting answer. pH full form is potential of hydrogen, which will be present in the water. Based on that, the quality of water will be decided. So it's a measure of acidity. Acidity, how much it is there in the water, basicity there in the water, and potability of the water. Whereas concentration of hydrogen as an ion, that is why it is also called as an potential of hydrogen. Potential of hydrogen is an pH level, potential of hydrogen. A, B, D are the correct answer. Next, here if you look at 9th January, Søren Sørensen, in 1868, the pH scale has been given by him, and here pH log 10 into H plus, log 10 H plus. So he has come up with this to identify the quality of water. If you look at neutral, which is potable water, which are possible to drink, the drinking water pH level will be between 5 to 7 only. Generally, in between 5 to 7, the neutral water will be there, which can be used for the drinking purpose. And from 0 to 14 scale will be there. Till the 6, it will be acidic in nature. Somehow the salty, and till 7 and onwards, it will be alkaline in nature. Right? Next, recycling drastically reduces pressure on landfills and incinerators. Incinerator means the burning. And here, recycling increase the demands for raw resources. Raw resources. Very good morning. Pradipta, your exam is on Wednesday, right? Today 19, tomorrow 20. Your option number C. Why it would be C? Because rather than throwing in the land the plastic bags or the bottles, the plastic material, the garbage which is not the natural garbage, non-biodegradable, rather than throwing on the land, it will make a soil infection, right? It will create a soil pollution. So rather than doing that, rather than burning them, incinerating them, if we can send them for the recycling, it will be productive and the pollution also will reduce. In negative impact also will reduce. So recycling will drastically reduce the pressure on land, which is reduce the soil pollution. And incineration, no need to burn also. Rather than burning and creating a pressure on the landfills, we have to send for the recycling, which is absolutely correct statement. But recycling will increase the demand for the raw resources. These products are already manufactured. So when you are recycling them, why there is a requirement of raw material again? This is already created one. After usage, we are throwing and we are recycling it. So it will not create a demand for new raw resources. So raw resources are much reduced or decreased by recycling, because already raw material will be there in this recycling process. So that's why second statement is wrong. First is correct. Option 3. Chlorofluorocarbons are important greenhouse gases. Chlorofluorocarbon are important greenhouse gases. Out of all the greenhouse gases, chlorofluorocarbon is one of the most important greenhouse gas because of its nature that vaporize just below the room temperature. Now the AC is running here. AC, whatever it is releasing is chlorofluorocarbon. The CFCs are getting released from them, and you can't even find those CFCs which are present in this room, but we can't able to even identify them. Visibility will not be there, but they are pollutant which can create a respiratory problems. And it is flammable. Yes, if you are lighting up anything which is near to the CFC, now it will be flaming. Actually, sorry, it will not be flammable. It will not be flammable because CFC will not be comes under the flammable. The ignitability characteristics is not there for the CFCs. It is very stable in nature. It will destroy the ozone. BDE. It will destroy the ozone because out of the ozone depleting substances, some of the greenhouse gases also there. That is CFC also present. HFC is there, CFC is there, both. BDE, option 3. The validity which I mentioned is very clear. While purchasing the course, you paid 339 rupees. The video's validity will be 30 days. Test series validity will be 30 days. PDF, if you download, it will be with you. So answer for this question is 3 again. Concentrating type solar corrector temperature can be up to 500 degrees Celsius. So solar can collect the maximum temperature up to 500 degrees Celsius if it is concentrating type of solar collector. And in this is one of those type of solar. Magnitude of collector area and absorber area are numerically same. If they are numerically same, why they will be different areas? If it should be same area, na? When numerically same. They are both different areas which is saying here. So in concentrating type of solar collector, the collector area of reflective surface where the sun rays are falling, typically larger than the absorber area. where the sunlight is collected and converted into, because initially sunlight will be falling, that will be collected and absorbed by AC. The AC means alternate current. Sorry, it will be first collecting the direct current. Then the direct current will be transmitted to the poles. The poles, power poles will be there in your area. From that, it will be converting into alternate current to give it to your home. So that's how it will happen in the solar. I think if I don't provide the recording, it would have been the best option, so that I can compulsively force the people to sit in the live itself. I am making a mistake every time that recording I am providing. Because the day we started, we were having 92 candidates in the live. Now the day it is the 6th, we are going to end tomorrow. Now we can see the strength. Yesterday also we can see the strength. In spite of Sunday and in spite of holiday today also, people are not interested in the live session. They don't want to wake up. After result, they'll say, sir, I was working. I can't able to complete your entire course. Sir, if you are not in a intention to complete, if you are not in a position to take out your time in this last 7 or 10 days of your examination, then why are you even purchasing, why are you even applying for this examination? Yesterday, one candidate who enrolled for this course only as WhatsApp me, where he is saying that, sir, I didn't prepare anything, now 5 days completed, can you extend my validity? I said no. Sir, what will be the syllabus of paper 1 and paper 2 commerce? If that be the case, exam is going to start on day after tomorrow, like within 2 days from the 21st of August, it will be started. Why are you even appearing for the exam, sir? If you don't know even the syllabus of paper 1, what is your paper 2 subject? She's saying that I have done my MBA. So which subject I should give the exam? I asked whether you applied it or not. My friend said that you should apply for the management, so I applied for the management. Then which paper you can give? I asked. That is what I am asking you. You have to tell which paper I should give. Already you applied for the management, then how you can allow? How they will allow to give another paper? You have to give the management only. No? This type of questions at this stage before the 2 or 3 days of examination is showing when you insult my examiner, you will not even, when you insult your examination, you will not even get the nearby 35 to 40% of them. Mark my word. If you are insulting your examination, if you are insulting your books, if you are insulting without even knowing the basic details of your syllabus, then you don't expect a minimum pass percentage from your examination. This is not a PG or the semester. That if somebody insult my examination, which I am desperately putting all the efforts every day, we will get hurt automatically. Then the result will be, the reply will be like that only. The answer for this is Montreal Protocol. Montreal Protocol is related to ozone depletion. Ozone. So this is a most successful protocol at an international level in majority of the member countries so far, because it's successfully implemented, and if not at 100%, every country is trying their best to decrease the impact on ozone layer thinning process. So it is option B. Answer is 1. Polychlorinated biphenyl, PCB. Polychlorinated biphenyl. It's a man-made chemical that when we use electric equipment such as transformer, capacitors, then from there only this PCB will be there. Harmful air pollutant known as for their toxicity, means which are very dangerous in nature, whatever they releases, and it will be impacting on the human health, majorly the lungs. PCB will be impacted. Biodiesel can be created from vegetable oils and animal fats. Animal fat. Biodiesel viscosity is significantly lower than petroleum. What is the term meaning viscosity? Yes, viscosity means fluidity, not the burning capacity. It's a fluidity. How easily it will flow. How easily it will flow. Biodiesel viscosity is significantly lower than the petroleum diesel. So answer is 3. Biodiesel will not be that much fluidity as compared to the petroleum. Petroleum is more fluid in nature. Biodiesel can be made it from, because it's a bio, organic. From the vegetable and animal fat we can make it. And it is significantly higher viscosity as compared to the petroleum. Petroleum nature is very low viscosity. Petroleum will have a low viscosity. Biodiesel will have a more viscosity. Means biodiesel is more fluidity in nature and petroleum is less fluidity in nature. Easy flow, the smoothness. In wastewater treatment process, biological process employed to remove mainly the bacteria, suspended solid, fungals, colloidal. There are 2 types of process. How to join into the Telegram? First of all, do you have a Telegram login? Like if you have a Telegram app, just go to your course, 7 days course. On the top, beside the recorded option, there will be another option, the Telegram option. Just click on that view button. In wastewater treatment, to treat the wastewater properly, you will have a biological process which is secondary, and another physical process will be there which is primary, the screening, SSFF, screening, sedimentation, flocculation, filtering, or the 4 options will be there in the primary. In the secondary is a biological process. In this, we will remove the colloidals, which are very small particles present in the wastewater. We will try to remove them. And also soluble organic compounds. The organic compounds which can be dissolved in the water also be removed in this biological process. So it is D as well as E. Option B only be the correct answer. Remaining are primary treatment, not the secondary. Remaining 3 also, bacteria also will be removed, fungi also will be removed, and the last one also. But that will be the primary waste treatment. This is biological is a secondary, second stage. In the primary main, the larger like fungi, all those will be removed in the primary stage. Hydrofluorocarbons are the replacement of ozone depleting substances, CFCs. This decision of replacement has been taken in 2016 Kigali Amendment. Kigali. It is not a. In 1992, there was no conference which was happened titled as Copenhagen Conference. It didn't happen. In 1992, Rio Summit was conducted, and that doesn't have any link with respect to HFCs as well as CFCs. That is another different type of conference, which is the main base for Sustainable and Millennium Development Goals in 1992. This HFC has been replaced, or HFC is being treated as a ozone depleting substances, which been recognized by making an amendment to the Montreal Protocol. By making an amendment to the Montreal Protocol is that Kigali Amendment or Kigali Agreement, which is initiated in 2016 November. Second statement. HFCs are having shorter lifetime as compared to the CFCs and contain no chlorine, no bromine. Contain no chlorine, no bromine is fine. HFC is having shorter lifespan. I have given one table. In the table, if you look at average lifetime and carbon footprint, you can able to check. So in the average lifetime, CFC 134A, CFC another one will be there. That will come first. Later HFC will come. So CFC is having shorter lifetime. HFC is having short as compared to the CFC. CFC will be present in the atmosphere for a longer period of time, whereas HFC will not be present that much amount of time. So second statement is correct only. Shorter lifetime is absolutely correct. In the last question, this colloidal is removing the very small particle. Soluble organic compounds means removing the particles which are dissolved in the water. So those both D and E are the biological process, whereas removing bacteria, removing suspended soils, removing fungi. All these are initial stage of wastewater treatment, primary process itself. Whereas these two are biological process or the secondary process, second stage. In the second stage, very small particles will be removed. In the primary stage, all the main big particles will be removed from the wastewater so that it will be purified. It can be used. Next question. Chlorine is one of the most commonly used and inexpensive chemical disinfectants for water. Optimum fluoride levels in drinking water help to prevent the cavities in children. The table, it was there in full PDF only, like detailed class PDF. It is not added it here. In the explanation, I will try to add it. Generally, chlorine and fluoride both we will add into the water, public water that a municipal will supply. Na? The chlorine and fluoride both will be added. Why? To remove any type of infection to the people who are consuming the water, because it will be making the water by killing the bacteria, virus which are present inside the water. Chlorine will remove. And fluoride is added to many public water supplies at levels that are considered to be optimal to dental health. If you add the fluoride level optimally, too much heavy also dangerous for the bones. So how much it is required? If you cannot that much fluoride, then it will be protecting the teeth. Children teeth also will be very strong. What is the full form of NBOD? Yes, very small quantity. That's why they mentioned optimum. Optimum is how much ever required, that much only. Sorry, nitrogenous biochemical oxygen demand. This is a keyword, please remember. BOD is common, biochemical oxygen demand is common, but it is nitrogenous, NBOD. So it refers to the amount of dissolved oxygen which is required to break down the organic nitrogen compounds present in the water. So this nitrogenous BOD will be helpful to break the nitrogen compounds which are there in the water. Soot particles are also called as black carbon, mostly core size range, are toxic in nature, contribute to a global warming, can penetrate to deeper parts of the lung. This soot is very small. Soot particles are very small. Very small, how can we say? Having diameter less than particulate matter PM 2.5. No? There are two types of particulate matters. PM 2.5 having a diameter of 2.5 means small size. So PM 10 also will be there. This is very large diameter, means the particle size is high. The PM 2.5, whenever the core size they mention now, the core size is nothing but which is more than 2.5 to less than 10. So this size is usually be treated as a core size. So it cannot be a soot particle. Soot particles are very thin, like in the what you can say, that mitti will be there now, which we use it for the Ganesh to make it. That one is below 2.5. Very, you can't even touch. If you can touch now, you can't even sense how much size it is, right? So this is also called as a black carbon, and it is very high toxic in nature because very small particle na soot, you can't even identify how it will go into the body. It will go into the body now, then it will infect total lungs, and it will create a global warming also, which will create a temperature when we because PM 2.5 is one of the primary air pollutant. When it present in the air, it will cause a global warming by interacting with the temperature. It can create a temperature also, and it can be penetrating the deeper parts because very small now, it will go into the human body easily. So except B, all are correct. Third option will. Question is very clear. Ozone layer which protect us from harmful ultraviolet radiation situated in, where it is situated? Where it will be? Successfully all answered correct. It is stratosphere. If I can show you, there are two types of layers, sir. One we call it as a bad ozone, one we call it as a good ozone. The ozone which is present, which is between the strato and tropo. This troposphere is generally a surface. This will be called as a bad ozone, troposphere. And this will be a good ozone, which is strato. Strato is the one which is protecting us from the sun rays. If these layers are not there in the ozone layer, then sun rays will directly fall onto the human. It will create a skin cancers. Itching skin cancers will be created, which is dangerous to the human. The latest amendment to the Montreal Protocol, I have stated just in the case of Copenhagen 1992, where we made it wrong. I have clearly explained. It is not Copenhagen, it is something other amendment. You should answer it now correctly. The amendment which has implemented is a Kigali amendment. Kigali amendment, which is for the Montreal Protocol. Why? To introduce the HFC as one of the ozone depleting substance in place of the CFC. But it has not removed the CFC, but it has added the HFC. HFC been added. In the question they stated replacement. No. HFC is been added as a ozone depleting substance, but it is not added by replacing the CFC. It is added as a one of the more additional greenhouse gas which can be impacting on, it is ozone depleting substance, not the greenhouse gas, sorry. Next question. Which of the following are natural greenhouse gases? CO2, H2O, CH4 and ozone. CFC, chlorofluorocarbon, are what should I say? Inside the home, what type of pollution it is? Right, I forgot this. This is coming from the natural, from the ACs and refrigerator it will come. In-house and pollution or what? Indoor pollution. It's an indoor pollutant, which is inside the home from the ACs, refrigerator. It's a man-made type, not a natural one. Man-made, CFC. That's why only A, B, C, D are natural greenhouse gases. This is also greenhouse gas. CFC also greenhouse gas. If you look at methane, N2O, carbon dioxide, ozone, CFC, water vapor, HFC, all are greenhouse gases, but natural are other than CFC. Yes, AC, refrigerator, which are generally using the water and electricity for the cooling purpose. Those will produce the CFC. And room fresheners also. By knowingly, unknowingly, you might be using the room fresheners or the odonils inside the washroom to remove the smell from the room, from the washroom. Those are going to impact on your health as well as your children's health very adversely in the long run. Take care of them. Those are going to release slow poison type. Those CFCs are very slow poison. It will be infecting slowly lung of the entire body, the lung system, respiratory, breathing, all these issues will come. In chemical treatment, the question was in the last shift is biological treatment. Now the question is about chemical treatment. In the same question I have explained, there is a primary process like SSFF. I told. And now the biological process which we have discussed there. The question is about which of the following is a chemical treatment in water treatment process? Answer is option number 3. I'll tell you. There is a 4-step process. There is a 4-step. Screening, sedimentation, flocculation, filtration are the 4-step process. In that 3 are given here. Right? This is a process or the stages where the primary wastewater treatment will happen. I'll give another example. This blood is very liquid in nature, the blood inside the body, liquid. Inside the body, blood is liquid. When blood clot happens, what will be the nature of blood? When the blood clot happens, if there is a blood clot, the liquid type of blood will be converting into gel type, means a type of this clot. At a one place only it will be gathered together, right? So coagulation is also same process as such. It is a chemical which is getting added throughout this process to remove the highly toxic elements which are negative suspended particles which are present in the water. To make them into a positive, we will add this coagulation process. In this entire process, in the middle, we will add the coagulation. Apart from this process, we will do the coagulation to as a chemical to make the negative suspended to positive. Right? So it is same like this only. Actually, in case of human body, we will use the coagulation word in this context. In the wastewater treatment, it is used as a chemical. It is same as the nature of chlorine. Inside the human body, oxygen has to go. If it is not going, oxygen should be present in the blood. If it is not present, the blood levels will come. This situation will come. The blood will come down and oxygen also will come down from the body due to this carbon monoxide. So carboxyhemoglobin is an air, the situation where air pollutant CO is inhaled, like by consumption of the cigarettes, you will get this carbon monoxide. When you are consuming that one inhaled into the body, it will bind with a hemoglobin. Hemoglobin is a positive one which is present in your blood. It should be present. When this CO is consumed, it will interact with the hemoglobin in the bloodstream to form life-threatening compound is known as carboxyhemoglobin. When this carbon monoxide interacting with hemoglobin in the water, it is causing carboxyhemoglobin, which is a life-threatening. It can cause again the breathing issue due to low oxygen level. Right? Oxygen levels, whenever it is not presenting in the body of the blood, your face will be a white color or the blue color. Answer is NO2, nitrogen oxide, dioxide. To calculate the air quality index, ground level ozone, carbon monoxide, particulate matter PM2.5, PM10, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. All the components will be part of it. 5 major air pollutants will be taken into account to measure the air quality index. In this, the range of air quality 0 to 50 is a green color, which is very good, healthy in nature. 51 to 100 satisfactory, somehow light green color, some minor breathing discomfort. 101 to 200 moderate, yellow color, breathing discomfort. Breathing discomfort will be there to people who are having asthma and health issues, heart related. 201 to 300 is poor. So for the most of the people, it will create a breathing issue. 301 to 400 very poor. This is what question asked in the 2023 exam. Red color. In which color the 300 plus will be present in the air quality index? That is red color is the answer. And 401 is 401 and plus, it will be severe in nature. That is some of maroon color. It will be a severe impact to all the people. exposure to noise pollution adversely affects the psychological health of a person. Exposure to noise pollution adversely affects the psychological health of a person. And physical one is generally related to body. Like physically, it will be impacting various parts of the body. Noise pollution can create sleeplessness also. Stress, anxiety, sleep disturbances, cognitive impairment are comes under the psychological. Whereas cardiovascular impact, hormonal disruption, immune system, gastrointestinal distress, all these are physically which are happening inside the body. This is a mental distress, psychological. Both are correct. Noise pollution. But we wanted DJ. Factors can affect the mediated persuasion. Wrong. No, don't keep it here. We have to remove this question from here. This is communication one. Why it is here? Maybe wrong copy pasted from that file. How many people are belong to commerce? Can you please respond in the chat? I think majority are commerce. Yes. Option D is the given answer. Biomagnification occurs when the toxic burden of large number of organisms at a higher trophic level accumulated and concentrated the organisms at a lower trophic level. The effect of toxic are magnified in the environment through food webs. This is fine because of the food only. Whether it is toxic or not, we'll be in a position to identify due to food only, because the living organisms like a fishes, if you take, due to food only, that will be infected. The water, the food which you are giving inside the water will be consumed by the fishes or the prawns, which are aquatic animals. So there are two concepts I will tell you. Bioaccumulation and biomagnification. Just simple word. Non-science people, I know. So biomagnification, this is a small fish which is born, just now born, small fish. Okay. And this small fish will be eating some food. The food web will be consumed by the, because for the survival purpose it will take some food now. Then the size of the fish will be increasing slowly. Then some more big size. Then some more big size. Right? Like that, the size which is getting accumulated by consuming the food webs. Correct? Which is accumulation of own body. Now, biomagnification is nothing but what is biomagnification? Suppose there are eating other aquatic animals. These are fishes which are 4, 5 fishes, or 6 fishes are there. Now finally in the next stage it will be 4 fishes only, because other fishes has been taken as a food by them only, they themselves. Then next only 2 fishes. Finally one large fish will get because this fish has been totally taken the other fish as a food. That is biomagnification simply. It is also food web only. Biomagnification is correct. No, this organisms and all, that's a simple science people can understand. Somehow geography, those can understand. Food chain. Just I try to make it in a simple form. First statement was wrong in this question. Second is correct. So option 4 in that. Light water reactors. Now food chain related. Or nuclear reactor. So we are going to start the commerce series also. Commerce PYQ review. So answer will be option 3. Same question was asked in December 2023 examination. Same question was also there in October 2022 also. Same question. Light water reactor is one type of reactor. In this, which of the following will be treated as a moderator? That is, ordinary water is a moderator, simply. That is December 2023, event October 2023, examination consecutively they asked. But in other shifts. That is why the benefit of doing the shifts once. Volatile organic compounds are emitted from the vehicles. Volatile organic compounds are emitted from some trees. VOCs. Today's first question. You want me to do on topic wise basis like this only for the commerce, or else full question paper wise basis, taking one question one full paper and completing that? Which one you are expecting? First question, if you remember, sources of volatile organic compound, vehicular pollution. So emitted from the vehicles also correct. VOC emitted from the some trees also. Some trees also. Answer is option number 1. Both are correct. Trees also will be releasing. Most of the countries in International Solar Alliance. Easy question. Solar Alliance. It's one of the biggest initiative by India for the world. Initiative of India it is. Most of the countries of International Solar Alliance present in which place? Answer is, it is between the Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn. Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn is simply, I would say, Tropic of Cancer, Tropic of Capricorn are the areas, the countries which is near to the equator, where sunlight will be, the temperature of the sunlight will be very high. The Tropic of Cancer and Capricorn is a region. In that region, the countries will exist, which are very near to the equator, exactly in the middle of the world. So, that near to the equator, sunlight will be concentration more. So, for the solar production, sunlight is much required. So, those are the areas which is between the Tropic of Capricorn and this is our full class PDF slide. Usually, our class will be like this only. International Solar Alliance. 122 countries are there presently. Tropic of Cancer and Tropic of Capricorn are the areas which are present. Right? It was initiated in 2016 by the Prime Minister Narendra Modi and then French President Francis Hollande jointly had led the foundation stone for ISA headquarters, which is inaugurated at Gwalpari, Gurugram, India. National Institute of Solar Energy has been inaugurated by them. Concentration of CFCs in the atmosphere increased to the past few years. CFCs already present in the atmosphere will persist for many years. Suryaputra countries, where our Prime Minister has given the name as Suryaputra countries, sons of the. If you can link the question properly. One of the United Nations Secretary General has mentioned, out of all the international agreements and the treaties, the most effectively implemented by all countries are which one? Montreal Protocol. In one of the questions we have learned that. So this Montreal Protocol is related to what? Montreal Protocol is related to what? Ozone depletion. Ozone depletion causes are ozone depleting substances. CFC are one of the ozone depleting substance. So if this CFC is increasing from the past years, how it will be a success of Montreal? Global warming is coming down because CFC is also one of the greenhouse gas. Ozone layer negative impact is coming down because CFC is also one of the ozone depleting substance. the CFC impact is coming down because every country trying to remove or phase out the CFC, so that impact on ozone depleting will come down. Global warming also will be reduced to much extent. So concentration of CFC in the atmosphere is not increasing. It is decreasing. Due to that, all this success is happening. If it is not decreasing now, the success of Montreal cannot be celebrated. And he would not have been stated that in the media. CFCs are already present in the atmosphere. It will be persistent for many years. It will be there for many years like this. But it is not increasing. It will be persistently. Optimum. How much it is required for the global warming or for the minimum temperature, that much it will be continued. It will not be fully removed. Right? So this is correct. This statement is wrong. Option 4 is the correct answer. Which of the following is not a national action plan on climate change? Phase down, which is why I have written phased out. Sorry. They are reduced. CFCs are coming down due to that only. Just because you are using AC, that doesn't mean how are they decreasing. The result is showing that it is decreasing. The reports are clearly stated in the United Nations General Assembly. Also, they have presented that one. You have not asked the same question when we explained about the CFC. You have to remember in what way they have stated. We are very narrow approach we are thinking. Think in a broader way where all countries are impacted by this atmosphere and the single ozone layer is there. CFCs which are present in the indoor environment are released from this refrigerator and the ACs. The CFCs which are present outside may not be the indoor air pollutants only. No? That will be created by the atmosphere. That will be created in the atmosphere. So that impact is coming down, which is the reason the ozone damage is coming down. The ozone hole is there which is created. The damage, it is not increasing. The ozone hole is not increasing means every greenhouse gas is under the control only. Now, or the ozone depleting substance are under the control, which is made the Montreal Protocol successful by all the countries. That's why he himself stated in the media that out of all the initiative, it is a successful initiative. So this question, both 1 and 2 are not part of NAPCC. It is Solar Minion, wrong. National Mission on Indian Ocean, nothing. It is not there. So these both are wrong. Option 1 and 2 are given as a correct answer. I'll tell you 𝐐𝐬 𝐐𝐬 National Mission on Solar, Energy Efficiency, Himalayan Ecosystem, and Water, Agriculture, Green India Mission, and Habitat, Climate Change. Total 8 missions are there. National Solar Mission, National Mission on Sustainable Habitat, National Mission on Sustainable Himalayan Ecosystem, National Mission on Enhanced Energy Efficiency, National Water Mission, National Mission on Strategic Knowledge and Climate Change for a climate change, and Green India as well as Sustainable Agriculture are the total 8 which was initiated in 2008 year. Answer is 2. It's a greenhouse gas. It's a greenhouse gas first of all, and it is helping in formation of ozone and also volatile organic compound. It's a volatile organic compound. It is one of the main greenhouse gas, having 12 years of average lifetime. So it is a component determining the air quality. Air quality index 5 component we have seen, but in that 5 component, methane is directly not there. So it cannot be a component of air quality index. ADE. Children are much more vulnerable than the adults to environmental toxins. For each kilogram of body weight, children drink more water, eat more food, and breathe more air than adults. Children are much more vulnerable than adults to environmental toxins because children will not have that much immunity. No? They are babies. And each body of weight, each kg of weight, children drink more water and eat more food and breathe more air than the adults. That's why look at the babies when they are breathing now. We can easily see that how stomach is moving very fast. But when we are breathing, it will not even move also. Which of the following are the physical parameters to decide BCE? Temperature, total suspended solids, conductivity. These are the physical parameters. Whereas pH is a scale-based parameter. That is not a physical one, scale-based one. So this is physically we can witness based on the water, temperature and suspended solids which are there, TSS and conductivity. We can identify the quality of water. pH is a scale of measurement. pH is a scale of measurement, or it's a type of tool where it will be deciding whether it is alkaline or else acidic type of water. From a 0 to 14 scale it will be decided. Environmental science shift. In this shift, if the questions are very, very high level, don't get scared because this is the environmental science shift. People and environment related people. Integrated solid waste management is an approach intended to help or guide the decisions about generation of waste, recycling of material, ultimate disposal of waste. Sources reduction is not part of integrated solid waste management. Answer is option 3. Option 3. Integrated solid waste management is an approach intended to help or to guide the decision. Solid waste management process integrating means we are just connecting all the links. Source reduction is not the part of integrated solid waste management. Actually, source reduction is part. They stated not part. Source means suppose household, they are only generating the waste every day. Municipality has to come and collect the waste. But if they are just creating awareness, don't try to create. If you are trying to create awareness, the municipal authorities are creating awareness in the households and informing to public also about waste, how you need to manage, how you need to create a waste, how can you control that one. Don't throw the garbage, every garbage, even remove the plastic items on one side. Wet or dry type of waste is on, wet waste is on one and dry waste is on the other. So that this is the waste management processes which can be implemented as part of this waste management system. This has to be done only with the creation of awareness. Awareness need to be created by the municipal authorities in their respective areas. This is correct, but that not is not correct. Source reduction means wherever actually the waste is generating, if we can reduce that one, ultimately the waste management will be successful. Acute health effects caused due to prolonged exposure to a chemical. Chronic health effects occur when individual exposed for a very short period. Conductivity meaning conductivity is a type of solubility, or else conductivity generally water we will use in current now in electric manufacturing. In electric production, we will use the water. Means the characteristics of water, temperature, solubility, and ions which are present in the water. All these are meaning into conductivity. Its nature. Actually, ulta statement these are. Acute are very small period. Acute means very minor health effect. Chronic means major, very dangerous. It is for a long exposure, prolonged exposure. So ulta they have given. Acute is a major one. So acute is a minor one, chronic is a major one. Which of the following pollutant can cause acid rain? Acid rain. Micro or minor, major is a acute. Major is a chronic. So this question will be 2. A, B, D. A, B and D. Sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide. So actually, when sulfur dioxide, nitric oxide will be interacted, then it will be forming sulfuric acid or nitric acid. It will form nitric acid. When these both are interacting in the atmosphere, when this SO2 and OH both are interacting in the atmosphere with the water, with the oxygen, they will interact, and various chemicals, they will be interacting in the atmosphere. It will form this sulfuric acid or nitric acid. So this will cause the acid rain. The rain will be coming. Before the rain is coming onto the land, this is the process which took place in the atmosphere. So nitrogen dioxide, nitric oxide, sulfur dioxide are the 3 things which are forming the acid rain. First, NO plus NO2. Later, that will be with the SO2 interacting with the water or the oxygen in the atmosphere. It will cause acid rain. Which among the following thinkers observed that light and heat are the only different form of same essential substance, and also speaks of gravity as there is a cause of falling? Answer is infrared. Infrared is an region of solar spectrum. Like this, it will be there. Generally, if the solar cell is there, first UV rays will be there, like which is coming from the sunlight, and these are visible rays will be there. After that, infrared rays will be there. Infrared. So here, greenhouse gases will be absorbing the radiation energy at this place. Like 3 layers. It's a type of 3 layers, simply to say. Decreasing DO, dissolved oxygen level in the water body. When DO reduces in the river or the lakes, I'll tell you simple. The lower the dissolved oxygen, it will create a high temperature. Higher the dissolved oxygen, it will create a low temperature. In this higher temperature, in this dissolved oxygen is low and temperature is high. In this case now, aquatic animals like fishes, prawns, which are inside the water cannot survive because oxygen levels will come down when the DO is less. Temperature will be high, water will be heat. Due to that, they will die. It will be threatened to aquatic life. Prawns and fishes will die. And it is mainly caused by the organic demand waste. Organic demanding waste. It is the presence of biodegradable substances which are present in the water, making the DO to come down, which will increase the temperature. And the taste of this water will not be that much good. That's why by consuming that water, this aquatic life will die. They cannot survive. It makes it non-drinkable to human beings. Actually, we will not drink that water. So this is not related to the DO, because this statement is in the context of aquatic life, usually when they are talking about DO levels. Answer is number. It is not a percentage, not ppm, not UG. This is simply a number. 100, 0 to 50, 100 to that number only, na? Which of the following are hazardous substances? Like hazardous substances mainly characteristics are there. So they given activated, ignitable, corrosive, reactive, toxic are the characteristics. Out of that, which one is correct? So answer will be option 2, simply 2. B, C, D, E. Except activated is a positive one. Because hazardous always will be a negative. Ignitable, corrosive, reactive, toxic. There are 6 important characteristics are there. Sorry, 4. This is as per the Environmental Protection Agency. Ignitability, which is possible of burning. Corrosivity, something that can rust or decompose, like a batteries. Reactivity, something that is explosive in nature. And toxicity, something that is poisonous in nature. These are the 4 important characteristics of the hazardous waste. Concentration of formaldehyde in indoor environment can be 1000 times higher than the outdoor environment. Formaldehyde is also known as carcinogenic, which can cause the cancer. Generally, inside the home, the paint, plywood, furniture, as well as mortuary section in the hospitals, mortuary, and in the industry also various industrial like fixtures will be there, which are usually inside the office room or inside the home. Those are releasing this formaldehydes, right? Formaldehyde. Even glues also, paper product, industrial products will be releasing this one. So that is a formaldehyde. It's an indoor environment. Inside the buildings only it will generally cause. It is 1000 times higher than the outdoor. Obviously, the concentration of formaldehyde, which is very high inside the, and this can lead to cancer also. This can lead to cancer also. Both are correct statements. In water treatment, aeration is the process which removes the excess and objectionable gases, readjusts the potential of hydrogen of water, removes the large particle of flog from the water, removes the solid particle. Option number 1. Aeration is the process which removes the excess and objectionable gases by sending air into the mixed type of water treatment. So what is the limit of water availability for a region to be classified as water stressed region? This question is repeated in a different ways. So answer for this question is option 1. Carefully look at, I am directly explaining. Water scarcity described as a condition where water demand is excess as compared to the supply. Water demand is more than the water supply. It is generally a water scarcity, right? Okay. A country region faces water scarcity when the availability of natural hygienic water falls below 1000 meter cube per person per year. 1000 meter. When they stated water scarcity. But the question is about water stress. Annual per capita availability, if it is less than 1700 cubic meter, 1700 cubic meter, when it is 1700 cubic meter per annum if it is there, less than this, then we can say that region is a water stressed region. For the water stressed region, we are making a condition per year less than 1700 cubic meter water is there, then we can say that is a water stressed region. When water scarcity per person per year less than 1000 meter cube water is being supplied, where the demand is more as compared to the supply, then we can say that is a water scarcity situation. Two things. Question is about water stress, that is 1700 less than per person per year. Right? In the upcoming shift, it will come. In the December shift, it will come. You will realize at that time. Which of the following air pollutant helps in the formation of photochemical smoke? In the first question I told. In the recent also we've discussed the same. Scarcity, explain now madam. Why are you sleeping or what? Scarcity means where demand is more than the supply. So answer is option number 1 and 2 both are given. 1 and 2 are 1 and 4, sorry. 1 and 4. Generally the carbon monoxide plus volatile organic compounds, that is nothing but oxides of nitrogen. So when these both are interacting in the sunlight, with the sunlight, this will form a photochemical smoke. Carbon monoxide, oxides of nitrogen, that is NOx, in the presence of sunlight, then it will create a photochemical smoke. 3 R's are used for mitigation of solid waste. R that used for the solid waste. Answer is 3. Reduce, reuse, recycle. Restrict and recover is not correct. Mitigation means to reduction of the solid waste. There are total 3 R's. Reduce, reuse, recycle. So that reduction of the solid waste can happen. Reuse, reduce, recycle. Reduce means buy less products. Reuse means try to reuse as much as possible. Recycle means once it is usage completed, try to send it for the recycling rather than throwing in the garbage. Through enrichment process, concentration of which uranium isotope increased to natural uranium? Uranium 235 is an isotope which will be converting from like uranium isotope to natural uranium, uranium 235. Various isotopes will be there, generally 238, 234, 235. So 235 isotope is an uranium composed of 92 protons, 143 neutrons in the nucleus. This will be used in the production of the nuclear energy. Half-life is about 703 million years and natural abundance is 0.72%. Fossil material capable of sustaining nuclear fission chain reaction. Fission fusion will be there now, the rapid reaction. And uranium 238 is the isotope where 92 protons, 146 neutrons will be there. In both the cases, protons are common, but neutrons are 143 there, here 146. So here lifetime is 3.3 billion years. 99% naturally it will be there. That's why we will be converting 235. It is 0.72 only natural now. That's why to convert into natural, we have to take some process. 238 by nature it is natural, 99% is natural only. Fertile material. Next. When water body gets enriched with the nutrients, the process is called eutrophication. Yes, I'll tell you the difference between both. Eutrophication, oligotrophication. Where less nutrients present in this oligotrophic, where clean water is there now, like you can see blue color, everything. Superb. The view is very less nutrients. This Adda, green color algae is there now, algae blooms. It is having more nutrients, high nutrient content, green color water. Here high nitrogen of phosphorus, nitrogen and low concentration of oxygen. Here high concentration of oxygen will be there. Aquatic animals will survive here. They cannot survive here. Which of the following statements are correct with respect to greenhouse gases? They are generally a light green color. Absorb the thermal radiation emitted by the earth. Water vapor is greenhouse gas. Greenhouse gas cause global warming. Ammonia is greenhouse gas. Out of all, now I don't know. Just if I think normally now, I know one thing, that is D is for sure. Let's look at the options. So B is to be eliminated. D is for sure, correct na? And will it talk about the color? Because it's a gas. This also we can eliminate. Now you can understand which is the correct answer. We never seen the ammonia as a greenhouse gas. We know list of the greenhouse gases. We know the list of the greenhouse gases. So only B, C, D's are correct. They absorb the thermal radiation by the earth. Water vapor is a greenhouse gas. Ammonia never be a greenhouse gas. It is not part of the greenhouse gas. So June 2023, previous year questions, 45 completed. Now target is to complete December 2020. We are starting with December. Why? Today Raksha Bandhan, na? There is no holiday for Raksha Bandhan. So December 2023, total 15 shifts of previous year questions will be there, and we have to complete the 3 shifts now. That means 15 questions. Shift number 1, question number 1. DDT. Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. DDT. Bioaccumulate the tissues of many species, including humans. It is relatively insoluble in the water, but readily soluble in the fats as well as oils. Dichloro diphenyl trichloroethane. I told now, food chain, bioaccumulation, biomagnification. So bioaccumulate tissues, many species, including the humans. Accumulation. And it is DDT. It will be insoluble in the water and readily soluble in the fat. So in the water it may not be dissolved, but in the fat and oil it will be dissolved. Both are correct only. Both are correct. DDT nature it is. MDG and SDG. MDG were mainly targeted at developing and poor countries. SDG are targeted at countries whether developed or developing or poor. Answer is 1. Both are correct. MDGs are mainly for developing and poor, whereas SDGs are all countries. It is correct only. Initially, when MDG were introduced, they targeted only developing and underdeveloped countries, that is poor. Already developed countries, MDG was not adopted. Only SDGs were for all, because SDG is for sustainability for long term, to be as a developed. Whereas MDG was concentrating on improvising the things. Now, which of the following is the correct steps followed from the initial to last during the waste treatment? I will tell you the process. You can see. This is the water source. From the water source, the main water source, like a river or the lake, from that water is coming. Coagulation, chemicals are getting added. Once the chemicals are getting added, it will go to flocculation stage. And flocculation, then go to sedimentation, filtration will be at the end. So this filtration will be adding the chlorine or the fluoride, anything it will be added. Then it will be finally consumed to the community. So this is the sequence which has to happen. So according to this which is given now, actually filtration should be at end. Correct? Given sequence, filtration should be at the end. And coagulation should be in the beginning. In between, the sedimentation and screening can happen. The screening is first, sedimentation will be later. So ACDB is available, not there. Coagulation is the first one where we are adding the chemicals. The Convention on Biological Diversity is dedicated to promote sustainable development, conceived as practical tool for translating the principles of. We don't know 21, 22, we don't know 23, 22, 20. We know only that is Agenda 21 principles, which was the outcome of Rio Summit 1992. In Rio Summit 1992, Rio Summit was happened in 1992. There is a Agenda 21. There is a Agenda 21 and 26 forestry principles. And this Convention on Biological Diversity also outcome of that one. You can see Agenda 21 1992. It is an outcome of Earth Summit 1992 or Rio Summit. And from this landmark agreements, one of the agreement is Convention on Biological Diversity and United Nations Combat Desertification, and here UNFCCC also, and Paris Kyoto Agreement or Protocol also part of this outcome only. Which are the following about the producer gas? True about the producer gas. So should I take the class in the evening or else afternoon? I thought you all will have a leave today, holiday today. So I thought of taking actually evening only. If I am there at home now, I will take it because today don't know whether they will or not. If all the sisters and in-laws will come now, I may not be able to take it, but I'll try my best to take it. Answer is 4. Answer is 4. Producer gas. AC. It is the result of conversion of solid biomass into gaseous fuels. Producer gas. And it is done at a lower temperature. Actually, to convert that solid to gas, temperature is high required. So this is wrong. It can be used as a fuel in internal combustion engine, where we use it for generation of electricity. And it is produced in the complete absence of oxygen. Complete absence of oxygen. Actually, without the presence of oxygen, you cannot convert this into this one. And in the internal combustion process, oxygen also required, not only carbon dioxide. Hydrogen and methane present in the producer gas determine the heating value. This is also correct because methane is one of the temperature element. So if you add that one, it will be creating a heat. You can see. Producer gas is a mixture of gas that contain carbon monoxide gas and carbon dioxide, nitrogen gas and hydrogen gas. So producer gas equal to carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, nitrogen, hydrogen are together is a producer gas. Carbon dioxide is around 3%, hydrogen is 10 to 15%, carbon monoxide is 20 to 30, nitrogen is the highest, that is 50 to 55% will be present in this producer gas. Which are the pollutant responsible for causing? Nitrate are the pollutants which is responsible for blue baby syndrome. I'll tell you. As I told, how carbon monoxide, when it goes into the body, oxygen levels will come down. Oxygen levels will come down. So that will create a respiratory problem. In a similar way, for the babies, for the small infants and all, when nitrate levels are going into the body, the body will be converting into different color, the blood. So, which will be causing blue baby syndrome. Blue baby syndrome. This is also called as an methemoglobinemia. Methemoglobinemia. Nitrates in drinking water can be converted into nitrites in the body, especially in infant. It will interfere with the ability of carrying oxygen. When this nitrogen goes into the body of infant, it will carry the hemoglobin levels because oxygen levels also will come down inside the body of that baby, which will convert the skin into a blue color. Entire blue color it will be converting. That's why it is titled as blue baby syndrome. Nitrates goes into the body and it will reduce the oxygen levels. It will reduce the blood also. Hemoglobin also will be reduced. Under the Montreal Protocol, developed and developing countries have some timetable to phase out the ozone depleting substances. Developing countries are referred as Article 5 countries. Answer is D, unfortunately. So there is a two categories of countries in developing countries of as per the Montreal. Article 5, non-Article 5 countries. So Article 5 countries comes under the developing countries. This is correct. Whereas under the Montreal Protocol, developed and developing countries have same timetable. No. If there is a same timetable, why there is a classification? Article 5 countries are having 10 years timetable. That is developing countries. Whereas developed countries are only less time. Less time period is there for developed countries to implement this Montreal Protocol. Whereas developing and poor, the underdeveloped countries are having 10 years of time period to implement the Montreal Protocol. About MDG, which are true? Answer was D. First statement wrong. Second, there is no time period. It should be less than 10 years. Now then, if it is 10 years they are taking, then it should be less than 10 years. Non-article, there is no time given. Only very specific countries are there in non-5. Like North America, Europe, Asia, Australia, Azerbaijan, Belarus, New Zealand are this non-5. So this question is about second, A and C. 8 goals and to be achieved by 2015. The time period is the 2001 to 2015 is the time period. MDGs were the successors of SDGs. No, SDG is the successor of MDG. Ulta. Which of the following is not responsible for the destruction of ozone layer? CFC, halogens, dioxin. Actually, it is dioxins. Halogens or dioxins? Sorry. Dioxins only. Dioxins which will be released from the industries. But ozone layer, the halogens are nothing but like a CFCs only. Halogens are nothing but like a similar to the CFCs, which usually be. So answer is C. Dioxins are not part of the destruction of ozone layer. They are the chemicals which release from the industries, not the gas. Persistent organic pollutant, POPs. Dioxins, polychlorinated benzene, formaldehyde, organochlorine pesticides. Formaldehyde, it is like a CFC, which is like carbon monoxide inside the usually volatile organic compound. This is volatile organic compound, not the persistent organic pollutant. So remaining dioxins, polychlorinated, organochloride and furans are comes under persistent organic pollutant. First, here dioxins. Just now in the last question it was there. It is a chemical generally. Polychlorinated benzene, a type of synthetic organic chemical that were widely used in various industrial applications. Next question, furans is the chemical compound similar to the structure of diones. It is produced as a byproducts in various industrial processes, including combustion and chemical manufacturing. This furans will be produced. That's why these both are from the industries only, chemical industries, that too, manufacturing chemical. Kyoto Protocol, last 5 questions. Kyoto Protocol only binds developed countries and place heavier burden on them. Kyoto has nothing to do with United Network. Actually, Kyoto Protocol is an outcome of this UNFCCC. UNFCCC is the one which has initiated this. Kyoto Protocol. UNFCCC is in 1992. Kyoto Protocol is arrived in 1997. Because of this UNFCCC convention which was happened, they have signed a signature for Kyoto Protocol. So this nothing to do is wrong. And Kyoto Protocol only binds the developed countries. Yes, they are more concentrating on developed countries because greenhouse gas, global warming is more by the developed countries only. That's why they are giving more importance to developed countries, and developed countries are the one who agreed and binded legally, mandatorily. The compulsion was imposed on developed countries. For others, it is optional. Exposure to mercury can be either be in the food chain or in the workplace. Poisoning inorganic mercury, particularly vapors, results in the damage to central nervous system. So both are correct. Because exposure to mercury can either be a food chain or workplace. Food chain is nothing but bioaccumulation, biomagnification, which is correct. Even mercury poison also was there, which is Minamata disease, mercury poison. Due to exposure to mercury, the bones, everything, the body shape will be out. Poisoning the inorganic mercury result in damage to the central nervous system. This is Minamata disease, where mercury poison was happened. Mercury poison is the primary reason for Minamata disease in Japan, in one place called the Minamata. There all people are affected by this inorganic poison of the mercury. Water category pH value. Normal water, rainwater, acid rainwater. Normal water is 7, exactly on the 7 point I told in the morning. First the layer I shown. And here rainwater is the third one, 5 to 6. Acid rainwater is 1, less than 5. Ocean water is more than 7. Here I have shown. This is more than 7 is ocean water. Exactly 7 is normal water. Option B will be the correct answer. 4, 3, 2, 1. Sorry, 4, 3. Answer is 2 now. 4, 3, 1, 2. 4, 3, 1, 2, correct. Next question. International Solar Alliance. Vision mission. It is actually every home, how far away will have a light at home. That is a vision, mission. And vision is let us together make the sun brighter. This is vision. In the website of ISA, International Solar Alliance, first in the about section page only it will be there. You can just go and check if you want. Leeches are persistent organic pollutant, algae found in the eutrophic lakes, ozone depleting substances, contaminated liquid draining from the landfills. Leeches. What are leachets? Actually, this is suppose a lake or something, or at a certain place. At a certain place where the garbage was thrown on the landfills and all, and in this rainwater was there and it formed a hole like this. In this, if we are taking out only the water which are polluted water, because of that landfill, whatever the garbage was thrown onto it, we are trying to remove that. So this is a contaminated water with a garbage. Contaminated liquid, contaminated water or the liquid which is draining from the landfill. So which is coming from the landfill due to mix of the pollutants of garbage which we thrown on the land. Those are generally leeches or leachets. Temperature inversion in the atmosphere mainly causes dust storms, dispersion of air pollutants, accumulation of air pollutants, ozone depletion. So answer for this question will be third one. Option 3. That is statement 1 is correct only, number 2 is wrong. Absence of fluoride in drinking water causes tooth decay. Yes, the tooth problems will come when the fluoride is fully absent. And this fluoride in drinking water causes, if it is not there, then teeth mottling, means the enamel, the upper layer of the teeth will be the enamel, the white color. It will get damaged if the fluoride is not going to be there. This is wrong because fluoride should be present. If it is not present, then tooth decay will happen. But they are also saying it will cause the mottling of teeth. Mottling of teeth and fluoride doesn't have any link. So that's why statement 2 made it wrong. Here, dental fluorosis is not caused by the absence of fluoride. It is because of excessive fluoride during the tooth development. Whenever the teeth are developing now, when you get too much heavy fluoride, then this mottling of teeth can happen. Fluoride should be only at an optimum level, not at a too high level, not at a too low level. It should be optimum level only. The consumption of more fluoride also will cause health impacts. Regarding persistent organic pollutant, which one will be true? Very good morning. So answer will be again 3. Again the 3s will be the answer. That is A, B, D, E, except a C. VOCs are not part of the persistent organic pollutant. VOCs are air pollutant. And here extremely widespread occur in the tropics too. Arctic. They often accumulate in the food webs. Generally in the food chain, this POP will be present and it will be very high adverse in nature. That is, toxicity will be very high. They are widely used as a flame, means which can ignite, which can burn the retardants and deodorants. Some chemical used in the in making of non-stick, waterproof, stain-resistant products, like generally the consumer goods. When we are making this type of products, non-stick is nothing but it's related to cooking items, the bowls. So when we are making those, whatever the chemicals that will be added will be comes under the persistent organic pollutants only. Except the third one, remaining all the four statements are correct. Which of the following gases has the maximum contribution to global warming? Highest contribution? No, not correct. Actually, highest contribution to global warming. When they are asking highest lifetime, average lifetime, sulfur hexafluoride is correct. But they are asking global warming potential. The GWP will always be all the greenhouse gases we will be comparing with a greenhouse global warming potential with respect to carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, this is CO2. CO2. So first will be carbon dioxide, highest global warming potential. Second will be methane. Third will be nitrogen dioxide, right? Nitrogen oxide, N2O. And the fourth will be HFCs, PFCs, SFCs. HFCs, perfluorocarbons, and SFCs, sulfur hexafluoride. So this is the sequence of high global warming, second high, third highest, fourth highest, fifth highest, sixth highest. Naturally occurring VOCs, generally oxides, oxidize to form carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. Answer will be option 1. Both the statements are going correct. Why? Because VOCs are generally oxidized to form the CO and CO2. CO and CO2, these both are also will be in the atmosphere. CO2 will be carbon dioxide. CO majorly there in the indoor as well as outdoor, because vehicular pollution also here, carbon monoxide, cigarette, when we consume it, CO will be released. So that is one of the part of the volatile organic compounds only. This volatile organic compound is a primary pollutant, and CO also primary air pollutant, CO2 also primary air pollutant. Both are under the one. Anthropologically means the humans will be emitting this VOCs to play an important role in the formation of smoke. Best one where the humans are emitting is that vehicular pollution. From the vehicles usage, the production of the VOCs are at a high level. The VOCs will be produced from the industries as well as vehicles. Next question. Answer is 3. Because the same statement was repeated, where annexure non-Article 5 countries, Article 5 countries, annexure A countries, that comes under the Montreal Protocol. Montreal is for the developing countries, but for the developing countries, there is a Article number 5 countries, developing and poor countries, and non-Article 5 countries are developed countries. Non-Article number 5 countries are developed, whereas Article number 5 countries are developing and poor countries both. So this both the different categories will have a different responsibilities. That's why they are in a different category of the support. This is absolutely correct. Under Kigali Amendment to the Montreal Protocol, chlorofluorocarbons, hydrochlorofluorocarbons. Actually, Kigali is majorly subject to hydrochlorofluorocarbons. It is not, sorry, it is HCF, correct na? Article, not artificial, it is article. So generally, hydrofluorocarbons, HFCs. Hydrofluorocarbons are the major subject of Kigali Amendment which took place for the Montreal in 2016. Even though it is HFC, it is not to phase out. Rather, it should be, yes, Montreal Protocol related is a phase out only because HFCs need to phase out. CFCs need to phase down. CFCs phase down. HFCs phase out. So this second statement is wrong because they are stating about CFCs as well as HCFCs to be phased out. Wrong. Temperature inversion. Temperature inversion means temperature is going to increase as the height increases. As the height increases, temperature will increase. It is accumulation of air pollutant. Temperature inversion in the atmosphere mainly causes due to accumulation of air pollutant. Why? The more pollutants are getting accumulated together, the temperature will rise up. As the height is increasing, temperature will rise up. So it is mainly causes due to pollutants are increasing. Accumulation, the more and more pollutants are coming together, it is accumulating, then the temperature levels are increasing. Any damage to the nature will cause the temperature to be high. Now you can look at the very heavy winds and storms and rains are there from yesterday all over India, almost in southern part of India it is continuously. So you can imagine how much we have damaged our nature. That's why nature is taking a revenge in the form of the pollutant accumulation only. It is not only temperature inversion, there are many other effects where the floods and tsunami, cyclone can also occur due to our human activities which has created damage to the nature. Next, when a hazardous waste has either a high or low potential of hydrogen value, pH value, it must be treated for the neutralization before the discharge. Sulfuric and hydrochloric acids were added to hazardous waste with a low pH value to neutralize it. Number 3. So let me tell you, more than 7, less than 5, high pH value or a low pH value. Both indicates if it is low pH value, more acidic in nature. And high pH value, it is alkaline in nature. This is the neutralization value which is 7. So when hazardous waste either a high or a low pH value must be treated, we need to neutralize to reduce the low pH level to reduce the high pH level and to increase the low pH level. We need to neutralize this to bring the pH at a 7 or the 6. So for that we will not add the sulfuric acid or hydrochloric acids because for this low pH value from bringing from here to here, we should add more type of acidic in nature. So those can be sodium hydroxide or else calcium hydroxide are the one we will be adding to bring up from the low pH value to high pH value to neutralize, to reduce the overall acidity. So whatever the acidity is more, we will reduce it by adding sodium hydroxide. Total solid dissolved and suspended in wastewater sample are the materials left after water has evaporated from the. Both statements are correct. Statement 1 and 2. Total dissolved solids or suspended solids in a wastewater sample are the materials that left after water has evaporated from the sample. Means suppose it's like I think steam, steamy. It's a same type. When water is evaporated in the form of the steam into the air, then the some particles which are left over are generally called as suspended solid particles, right? And this dissolved solid fraction usually includes colloidal particle. Colloidal particle means very small. Yesterday we have seen very small size, even less than 2.5 particulate matters we usually comes under the colloidal particles. This will be very much small in size. You didn't even recognize with your eyes. You can't even recognize with your eyes. That is colloidal or very small particles. So there water is getting evaporated into the atmosphere in the form of the steam. These particles will be left over. Which of the following gases are covered under the Kyoto Protocol? Answer is CO2, methane, and nitrogen dioxide is not there. Nitrogen oxide will be there. That is N2O will be there, not NO2. Sulfur dioxide also not there. Rather SF6 is there. Sulfur hexafluoride is there. Sulfur hexafluoride is there. And perfluorocarbon, sulfur hexafluoride, nitrogen trifluoride will be there. Even HFCs also, hydrofluorocarbons also will be there. But NO2 will not be there. N2O will be present. ABDC. Sorry, ABD. Here sulfur hexafluoride will be there, not sulfur dioxide. Dioxides will not come in the greenhouse gases. Only oxides. Order of DDT concentration. What is the full form of DDT? Then you can say about any other. Bioaccumulation. So increasing order of DDT. And the last one, methane, carbon dioxide, HFCs, hydrofluorocarbons, that is, and N2O and sulfur hexafluoride, chlorofluorocarbons. 2. BDAC. BDAC. Right? How the food, the aquatic life now, the size is increasing, DDT. What is the full form of DDT? Please tell. Water vapor, very small DDT, that is 0.003 parts per million. And here, zooplankton is another type of aqua life, 0.04. Small fish, 0.5. Large fish, 2 ppm. 25 ppm, fish eating birds. This is also like biomagnification or else bioaccumulation. It's a magnification, not accumulation. DDT means diphenyl trichloroethane. Diphenyl trichloroethane. Acid rain occurs within and downwind of areas, major industrial emissions of sulfur dioxide and high oxides of nitrogen. Long range of transport of airborne pollutant can be responsible for acid rain in the areas far off from the industrial emission. Here acid rain generally, yesterday we have discussed, acid rain will occur. SO2 plus NO only, oxides of nitrogen. When they interact, it will be forming N2O. And when they are interacting in the sunlight with various volatile organic compounds or else ozone, all this will lead to acid rain. Longer range of transport, that's a vehicular pollution and airborne pollutant. So vehicle will be releasing various pollutants on the atmosphere, and that will be going into the primary pollutant which are responsible for acid rain in the areas far off from the industrial emission. So wherever the vehicular pollution, it is not because of the industrial emission. Acid rain will not happen because of the industrial emission. Acid rain is a type of pollutant released from. Answer for this question will be 2. Life below water is Sustainable Development Goal number 14. If you could look at total 17 goals, life below water is in 14th goal. Total 17 goals. Please try to remember so that it will be useful in matching questions in worst case. Which of the COP Kyoto Protocol was adopted? Which of the COP Kyoto was adopted? In which COP? NO2 or SO2 plus H2. It's a COP number 3. In COP number 3 only the Kyoto Protocol was adopted. If you could look at here, Kyoto Protocol was signed on the third COP of United Nations Framework on Convention on Climate Change in the Japan 1997, where 192 countries were signed. In 1997 they have done, but in 2005 it came into force. To qualify as a hazardous waste, the characteristics. Yesterday we have discussed now 4 characteristics of hazardous waste. There are 4. Answer is option number 4. A, B, C, D, E. Ignitability, corrosivity, reactivity, toxicity are the 4 elements of hazardous waste. Yesterday we have discussed with a picture. Ignitability also was there. If a water body is healthy and supports no significant biological activity, then its condition is called as hypotropic, mesotropic, eutrophic, oligotropic. If a water body is healthy and supports no significant biological, it's oligotropic. As we have seen, oligotropic is very clean water but less nutrients. Eutrophic will be algae water. Algae blooms will be there now. Here more nutrients will be present and very bad smell will come. More nutrients will be there. Bad smell will come. Next. Discovery of ozone hole was made over Arctic, equator, anarctic, tropics. Answer is anarctic area. So ozone hole generally will be there in between stratosphere, troposphere, ozone layer will be there. So nearby the anarctic area means that at this layer only this region is present, and this is going to be there throughout the world. But this layer at a specific anarctic region where the ozone layer is present, there only the hole has been identified in 1980s. Exactly 1980s. When water body is deficient in nutrients, it is also known as what a question here. Deficient, low nutrients. Just now I have explained. Low nutrients will be more clean water but less nutrient. Less nutrient will be A, oligotropic, but answer is also dystrophic. Oligotropic, dystrophic, both are one and the same. So 1 and 4 they have given it as correct. Option 1, option A and option D. Dystrophic as well as oligotropic are like a synonymous. To be used, less nutrients, more clean water will be there. And here nitrogen content, particularly low concentration of nitrogen and phosphorus will be there in oligotropic. More nitrogen and phosphorus will be there in algae, that is eutrophication. What is the correct increasing order prescribed limits for pollutants on 24/24 hour basis in the residential areas as per the Central Pollution Control Board? Increasing order of prescribed limits in 24 hours. So per 24 hours, this is the maximum pollutant which can be released, like that, which is there. Highest is lead. As per the limits wise, lead, increasing order means lowest is lead, later respiratory suspended particulate matters, after that SPM, and later ammonia will be highest and lead is lowest levels. But what I will do, from the CPCP there is a limits table will be there. That table I will add it over here with not only this four, the remaining pollutants sequence also you will be able to understand. So while uploading a PDF, you will get that one. Don't worry. A nuclear power reactor is a system designed to sustain fission chain reaction and extract the useful energy. Light water reactors use ordinary water. Yesterday while telling, I have informed that this question will come again. You should answer that one. As a moderator, ordinary water will be used in the light water reactor. Good morning. 1 hour session completed, Pradipta. You joined just. Answer is A. Light water reactor uses ordinary water as a moderator. And here, nuclear power reactors will have the process fission, fusion, fission, fusion, fission coming together, fusion, breaking, together, breaking, together, breaking. That's a nuclear power reactor, which is the main task in producing the nuclear energy to extract. Next one, composing aerobic degradation of organic materials under controlled condition yielding a marketable manure. In such compost, concentration of key nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium are sufficient to compete a commercial fertilizer. 3. Composting aerobic degradation of organic pollutants under the controlled condition yielding of marketable manure. Means the output will be marketed, which we can able to sell. That is the composting aerobic degradation. In such compost, concentration of key nutrients such as all these will not be presented for the fertilizer because phosphorus, potassium they stated. Look at compost is valued for organic matter, whereas phosphorus, all these are again the chemicals now. So compost means pit composting, vermi composting will be there, where you will dig one hole. In that all the kachra will be thrown, the organic garbage like a vegetable garbage or human manure or else the animal manure will be throwing inside the pit and will be closing the pit for 60 to 6 months, 60 days to 6 months. We will close that one, and once we open, we will get a fertilizer which can be used organically for the agriculture purpose. So here in the type of aerobic degradation, organic materials will be there, but here they are saying that potassium, phosphorus, all these will be enough to compete these fertilizers. No, this is organic one. It cannot be competed with other. Organic will be organic only always. Which one of the following is essential requirements for photochemical smoke formation? Again, photochemical smoke arrived. It should be sunlight answer. You can see exact sunlight option B. How the PCB will be formed. You can see. Nitrogen oxides, volatile organic compounds or sulfur oxides. N2O, S2O, VOCs. When these are going to, this even PM2.5, very small particles will be there, no? When they are reacting in the sunlight, this will be forming the photochemical smoke. Then this photochemical smoke consequences, it can cause the eye irritation, this pollutant, and sore throat. Throat also will get infected in this. From where this pollutants will come? From the factories, from the vehicles. This PM2.5 or the S2O or N2O or this VOCs will be produced, which will be interacting in the sunlight to form a photochemical oxidants, and that will be forming an photochemical smoke. It can cause eye irritation or the sore throat. Which of the following are the elements is fissile? Fissile. Fusel, both will be there. Plutonium 239. Plutonium 239 will be used in nuclear energy process also. And this will be used in fission process. Fission means breaking or breaking, explosive in nature, explosive. It's like not coming together, it's breaking the into particles. That is plutonium-239. It's a significant material used in both nuclear reactor and nuclear weapons. So it serves as a fuel, while weapons it contribute to the explosive chain reaction, means to break down the all particles of plutonium, uranium. This will be used. Generally, plutonium-239 is a breaking one, the explosive one. SBC, sick building syndrome, SBS, caused due to aging of the building, contaminated indoor air, contaminated water supply in the building, presence of building in a landslide. Sick. Answer is contaminated indoor air, because sick building syndrome, the old building will be releasing this indoor air pollutants. So from them only we will get sick. That's why people who are living inside the old homes will generally get health issues. So that's it, because of contaminated air will be there inside the building. So indoor air pollution is equally damaging one. Sick building syndrome is a condition in which people buildings suffer from the symptoms of illness, become infected with the chronic diseases. That will be a symptoms of sick building can be headache, eyes, nose, throat irritation, dry cough, dry, itchy skin, dizziness, and difficulty in concentration, fatigue, sensitivity to odors, bad smell which is coming inside the mouth. All those are sick building syndrome symptoms when they are suffering from the illness of the building. Increasing order of global warming potential. Most important question. Today somebody was asking, I think Chetan. I will now explain the entire table. You may look at answer is 4. Global warming potential. So there are two things which you have to concentrate on greenhouse gases with respect to global warming. The lifetime of each and every greenhouse gas, the global warming, the potentiality of each and every greenhouse gas which can cause the global warming. So question is in the context of this table. Highest global warming potential, lowest global warming potential is that CO2. All these will be compared with a CO2 only. That's why CO2 is 1. Methane is 21 times of CO2 potentiality. N2O, nitrous oxide, is 310 times. HFC is 1300 times. CFC11 is 4600 times of CO2. And CFC12 10,600 times of CO2. Highest is that sulfur hexafluoride, 23,900 times. When we compare with the CO2, it can cause the global warming potential. And here, when the lifetime, each and every greenhouse gas will present in the atmosphere for how much time? 12 years, methane, HFC 14.6, CFC 1145, CFC 1200 years, nitrous oxide 120 years, sulfur hexafluoride 3200 years it can present once it is born. Very high. If the humans are having that much high, we would have been out. Yesterday there was a question. I have clearly explained water stressed region, water scarce region. Right? Now the question is about water scarcity of the water, where water is not sufficiently available. SF6 is more dangerous when with respect to global warming. It will increase the more temperature as compared to CO2. SF6 is more temperature. It is going to be 1000 meter cube per person per year per capita. So if it is water scarcity, 1000 meter cube per person per year, or else if it is water stressed region, 1700 cubic meters per year per person. Addressing the nation on Independence Day 2019, Prime Minister Sri Narendra Modi set a goal of tap water to every rural household By the which year? By which year every household is going to get the water facility? He promised Jal Jeevan. Jal Jeevan Yojana, something was there, na? The scheme. Jal Jeevan Mission. Jal Jeevan Mission, initiated by the central government under the Ministry of Jal Shakti, seeks to ensure that piped water facility, municipal water facility should be given to every household. So by 2024, that's the target. Means by the end of this year, all the households across India are going to get this pipeline municipal water. Nuclear breeder reactors produces more fissile material than it consumes. Present share of nuclear energy in the energy mix of the country is more than that of renewable energy. Nuclear energy is more as compared to the renewable energy. हर घर नल से पानी. Answer is 3. Statement 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. This is correct, this is wrong. Nuclear reactor produces more fissile material than it consumes. How much it is consuming not important. How much it is producing is more important in the nuclear. Present share of nuclear energy, whether it is any country, take it to India. First of all, renewable energy will be more. In that 0.05, 0.02% will be a nuclear energy production. So they are saying ulta. Nuclear energy is more as compared to the renewable energy. Nuclear energy is very less in percentage, whereas wind, thermal power, hydro power is the highest one as compared to the nuclear energy. Nuclear energy is very low, and biomass also. Coral reefs are threatened because of release of sewage in ocean water near them. Release of sewage in oceans tend to reduce the clarity of ocean water. It will reduce the clarity of ocean water. These are, marine life. Means inside the sea or rivers, the color flower types will be there. No? It looks like a flowers only. They are called as coral reefs. Because of the sewage in the ocean, very near to them, the sewage, so much damage. Sewage is nothing but polluted water is mixing or contaminated with the rivers or sea. This coral reefs, obviously they will die because of this high production of this polluted water into them. Release of sewage in the ocean tend to reduce the clarity of ocean water, obviously. So both are one. When the polluted water going and mixing with a clean water and everything is clean, obviously the clarity of ocean water will come down. The how oligotropic will be there. When the polluted water going into the oligotropic, the blue color or the white color water will be converting into green color or some other color. How the polluted water is there. Even black color also, like mud water. CBD was opened for signature during Earth Summit, Montreal, Kyoto, Stockholm. Earth Summit, Rio Summit 1992 has various outcomes. 1992 Rio Summit. So Convention on Biological Diversity, it is legally binding convention which is a part of the 1992 Rio Summit only. And this CBD related Nagoya Protocol is there 2010 and Cartagena Protocol also 2000 year. So this under this convention, these two protocols also were adopted. Toxins that are rather dilute in the environment can reach dangerous level inside cells, tissues through process of bioaccumulation. Bioaccumulation occurs when the toxic burden of a large number of organisms at a lower tropic level is accumulated and concentrated by predator in a high tropic levels. 3 is the correct answer. 1 is true, second is false. Toxins are toxicity, generally the adverse negative, that are rather dilute the environment it can reach to a dangerous level inside the cells and tissues through process of bioaccumulation. Bioaccumulation is a process of food chain. The consumption by the aqua life of various things, which suppose when the aqua lives are eating, like suppose fishes are eating some things which are toxic in nature, obviously it will lead to negative impact and it will be dangerous for them. They cannot survive because they are drinking the water which may be polluted or the toxic material things which is eating in the process of food chain. Then it will lead to dangerous impact inside the health. Bioaccumulation occurs when the toxic burden of a large number of organisms at a lower trophic level is accumulated and concentrated by predator in a high trophic level. Bioaccumulation is a process which is related to food chain. But here they are speaking about a trophic level and low and high trophic level. Low and high trophic levels of organisms which they are speaking about. Bioaccumulation. So if you could look at, say example, a pesticide is applied to plants and insects feeding on these plants may accumulate the pesticides. Like on the trees or the plants, there are some insects. To remove them or to make the insects to die, we will keep the pesticides. But insects will eat the pesticides, will consume the pesticide, it will go into the body, which is toxic in nature, obviously. So when the bird consumes many of these contaminated insects, like fishes are eating all these insects which have taken or which have consumed the pesticides, then it increases the pesticides level in the bird's body. The bird is now higher trophic level and the toxic burden also been concentrated to bioaccumulation. It is not about the number of organisms, but in the process of food chain, how much you are consuming that birds, that much high pesticides are there which will be creating an adverse impact on the health. Only low, high, low they stated. Doesn't always require a large, even low also will be enough. Which of the following air pollutants has got very strong affinity towards hemoglobin of the human blood? Carbon monoxide is going into the body. Blood level or the hemoglobin will come. Right? This is a regular. And due to that, if it happens to the baby now, this will cause blue baby syndrome. So carbon monoxide is the one which will be decreasing the human blood or the hemoglobin levels inside the body. So pollutant has got very strong affinity towards hemoglobin, means opposite to hemoglobin, which one will act? Carbon monoxide will be the one which will reduce the hemoglobin. If a global average warming is limited to 1 or 2 degrees, some regions will experience enhanced agriculture productivity. Beyond 2 degree to 3 degrees Celsius of global average warming, essentially all impacts become deleterious. What is the meaning of deleterious? Answer is 1. Global warming is limited to 1 or 2 additional degrees. Some regions will experience enhanced agriculture productivity. So global warming when it increases. Now beyond the 2 degree to 3 degree Celsius, global average warming, it will be dangerous. Because this is the maximum temperature. Actually, as per the Paris Agreement, what will be the maximum? 1.5 degrees Celsius to 2 degrees Celsius is the maximum. This itself is more. And if you are going till the 3 degrees Celsius now, it will be too dangerous in nature. Obviously. High temperatures. Even when a solid waste is buried in landfills. So on the land, the solid waste you got burned. So it can still provide energy. Buried waste produces natural gas which can be captured and burned. Answer will again A. Solid waste is buried. Means inside the land, just throwing on the land. If it is buried, it can also still provide the energy. Buried waste produces natural gas, like a gobar gas. Biogas is there, na? Biogas, the gobar gas. When the waste is being thrown onto one, and it will produce the energy which can be used for home consumption purpose. It can be used for burning, that is gas, act like a gas. United Nations agency that took initiatives for introduction of environmental education was United Nations agency that took initiative for the introduction of environmental education was Food Agriculture Organization FAO, UNICEF, UNDP, UNESCO. Environmental education. They mentioned it as a solid one, so it should not include the plastic. Na? How you can include the plastic in that? They mentioned only solid. Buried waste includes. No, by sir, in the first statement they are clearly speaking about. You want them to speak in every statement. I think every time you require more specificity in the question that you can't expect from NTA or any examiner also. Buried waste, they are speaking in the first statement and they stated it is a solid waste. Buried waste produces natural gas which can be captured and burned. It is a continuation only. Why it is not continuing? Why the deviation you wanted to take? Buried waste will produce the natural gas. Whether you include the plastic or not, it will produce the natural gas because of the buried waste. Even if you include the plastic also, plastic may not be dissolved inside the landfill, but it will be useful for producing a natural gas. You can throw anything onto it. If it dissolved or if it is taking inside that, then it will produce. Otherwise, they have to separate the plastic from the buried waste to produce. UNESCO is the agency that took initiative for environmental education. UNESCO, United Nations Educational, Scientific, Cultural Organization, focus on education related to science, culture, and communication. Composting. Again, composting. Composting is the aerobic degradation of organic materials by microorganisms, mainly under controlled condition. Evening we will have a higher education, na? Yes, higher education. So 2 more session, katam, done, we are. When should I start the commerce? Both 1 and 2 are correct. Composting is the aerobic degradation of organic matters, material by microorganisms, mainly under controlled condition. Composting is generally many types of composting. Pit composting, vermicomposting are there, and it will be making it for a certain time period, for 60 days, for a 6 months also it will be there. Even 4 weeks also can happen. Both macro and microorganism play a role in composting process. But aerobic is mainly related to micro rather than macro. Aerobic is mainly related to micro. Which one of the following is responsible for negative radioactive forcing or cooling of the atmosphere? Why tomorrow evening? Today evening is one session. Tomorrow, acha, commerce. Commerce, no, not tomorrow evening. At least I should give 2 days gap. No, madam. That much speed. Why? 3 is the correct answer. Stratospheric ozone. Negative radioactive forcing or cooling in the atmosphere is because stratospheric ozone is a good ozone and tropospheric ozone is a bad ozone. So responsible for negative radioactive forcing or coolant of the atmosphere is stratospheric is ozone is the reason that is protecting us from the negative radiation. Which of the following statements are true? It is not Hugh. It is true. About hardness in water. Temporary hardness, permanent hardness will be there in the water. There are two types of hardness. Temporary hardness, permanent hardness. Permanent hardness. Generally, this calcium, magnesium are the components of any hardness. Hardness of water generally will be calcium, magnesium, high content will be there. But here in the temporary hardness, the carbides of this calcium as well as the magnesium will be there, and main calcium and magnesium will be there in the permanent hardness, right? And here permanent hardness will not be removed by heating the water. Only temporary hardness will require boil. If you boil the water, that temporary hardness will go. So permanent is wrong. And the hardness causes scales in the hot water. Means a type of green layers will be formed in the hot water pipe systems. And here hardness decreases the soap consumption. Whether it is temporary or permanent, it will decrease the consumption of the soap, where it will not form any type of foam. When we are using the soap, now the foam will form. That will not be found when the water is very hard, either temporary or permanent. So correct answer will be A, B, D. That is option B. Option number 3. Carbonaceous biochemical oxygen demand. Option C, CBOD. Montreal's multilateral environmental agreement regulates the production and consumption of nearly 100 man-made chemicals. Montreal is an international treaty designed to protect the environment. Is it to protect the environment or any specific thing? Montreal is multilateral, but Montreal main specific one is that Montreal is mainly related to what? Is it related to global warming? It is mainly related to ozone depleting substances. Montreal, Kyoto Protocol for the global warming. So it's an international treaty which is most successful across the world. RSPM, respiratory suspended particulate matters, are the SPM whose aerodynamic diameter is more than 10 micron. Fine particles are those whose aerodynamic diameter is less than 2.5. So PM 2.5, PM 10 will be there now. That's what they are speaking about. Whether it is correct or not is a question. It is A. So it should not be more than 10. It should be less than PM 10. PM 10 should be less than 10 microns. And your fine particles are SPM, those less than 2.5. Ultra fine particles are less than 10. These are ultra fine particles, and these are fine particles which are less than 10. Fine particles are less than 2.5, ultra fine are less than 10. So they given more, that's why wrong. Full form of PAN. PAN. PAN full form. Easy. Peroxyacetyl nitrate. Option 4. Peroxyacetyl nitrate is the full form of PAN. PAN. Two categories of ODS. Those are class 1 and 2. Class 2 are seized in 2000 year. So which are ODS, ozone depleting substances? 3. One is correct, second is wrong. It is not completely ceased, but ozone depleting substances, there is a schedule of Montreal. No? So Montreal Protocol is having certain schedule to phase out this ozone depleting substances. They are class 1 category, class 2 category. If you look at their classes like this, class 1 are like CFCs, developed countries were required to phase out, develop. Class 2 are developed countries were required to freeze their production in 1996 and begin the reduction. So this is to be phased out by the 2040, class 2. Whereas class 1 pollutants, the ozone depleting substances, to be phased out by the 2010. Introduction of HCFC, that is hydrochlorofluorocarbon, is one of the major ozone depleting substance. Did not cease entirely in 2000 year because Montreal Protocol is having a separate schedule to phase down everything one by one. That's why this 2000 year ODS class 2 removed is wrong statement. Formaldehyde, yesterday we discussed, widely used in plastic, wood product, insulating materials, glue, fabric, is a serious allergen. Allergens are substances that activate the immune system. Sources of formaldehyde. Actually, these are going to be used everywhere. So, the formaldehyde pollutants will be releasing from inside the building material, plastic, wood product, insulating material, which are burning in nature, glue and fabrics, plywood. All these will be releasing this formaldehyde. And this is a series of allergy. Allergy will be created. These allergens are substances that can activate the immune system. But allergens, substances that activate the immune system, is the reason for production of this one. No. Due to this production, this is happening. But because of this, this is not happening. Are you getting the question? Due to this, this has to happen. If this is given in the assertion and this is given in the reason, it should have been correct. But they given ulta. They given cause as effect, effect as a cause. So this is the effect. It should come here. And based on that, we will explain the cause or the reason is here. But they given ulta. Individually they are correct. But this is not the reason for above. This is the reason for below. Option 2. Convention on Biological Diversity open for signature. Very easy. Almost third time this is repeating. It is carcinogenic also. It can cause the cancer. Yesterday statement number 2 in one question. Formaldehyde can also cause the cancer. So for this Rio Summit only has initiated in 1992. CBD, UNFCCC and other summits also been, other conventions also been there. Last 10, PM10 is over total suspended particulate for air quality monitoring studies. And particulates are larger than 10 micron or better indicator of potential health effects particulate air pollution. Actually, PM10 more than PM10 indicates that are not a micron. They are clearly visible. So they are going to be clearly visible. Actual in pollutants are PM 2.5, PM 10. Less than 2.5, less than 10 will create a pollution because that is not visible to the human properly. It can create a damage. So PM 2.5, PM 10 are the range considered to be more harmful to the health. The more smaller, more harmful. The more larger, it will not cause harmful because that will be visible. It will be visible. These two are not visible much. We can avoid when it is visible. When it is not visible, we will not even get to know where the pollutant is. Richter scale measures not only the intensity of earthquake itself, but its impact on the people too. Modified Mercalli scale measures the earthquake in terms of energy released. In the light of above statement, which is correct? Answer will be B, both wrong. Why? Ulta. Richter scale will measure the magnitude of earthquake. Magnitude. Whereas intensity of earthquake will be by Mercalli scale. Mercalli scale. So intensity of earthquake and its impact on the people too will be revealed by Mercalli scale. Whereas Richter scale will be measuring the earthquake in terms of the energy release, like how much quantity of energy release will be Richter scale. So Richter scale is for magnitude, measuring a magnitude. Intensity measurement is Mercalli scale. That's why both the statements are opposite to each other. Photovoltaic cells produce alternating current. 4. Statement 1 is incorrect and 2 is correct. Because this will produce a direct current. Photovoltaic cells will produce the direct current. These cells are exposed directly to the sun. Therefore, the temperature rises, leakage across the cell increases. This direct current, whenever they release the DC, from the sunlight it will come. Sunlight will be falling on the photovoltaic cells of the solar. It will be producing the direct current, and direct current will be converting into alternate current for the home consumption purpose with the help of conversions. With the help of converter like a various transformers and all will be there, will be converting into alternate current for the consumption. So that's why this statement is ulta, wrong. It's a direct, not alternate. These cells are exposed directly to the sun. Yes. Therefore, as the temperature rises, the leakage across the cell increases, which will be producing the DC, direct. Which of the following pairs of element is most important for eutrophication process? Nitrogen, phosphorus are deciding the nutrients. Whether it is less nutrients means less nitrogen and phosphorus will be there in oligotrophic and more in the eutrophication. Standard coagulant water treatment. The standard coagulant. Yesterday we have seen a coagulation. Hydrochloride, chlorine, aluminium, alum. Which one will be added in the coagulation? In the coagulation process, it's not the chlorine. Chlorine will be used in the filtration process. Because after the water is filtered, we'll add the chlorine to remove if anything bacteria and all. Whereas aluminium sulfate role in water treatment. It's standard coagulant used in wastewater. Coagulation is nothing but when we add this one, the bigger particles will be removed. If any large size of waste will be there inside the water, it will be removed and separating the water from them. That's the duty of aluminum sulfate. Last 5 questions. Nitrogen in air pollution, oxides of nitrogen include oxides of nitrogen. Answer is 2, A and C. Nitric oxide, nitrogen dioxide are the oxides of nitrogen. There is no dinitrogen pentoxide. They are not what? A and C is the correct one. Increasingly, photovoltaic panels are being used to supplement the electric energy from power grid. The compatibility of photovoltaic panels with the power grid is also because it produces direct current. Answer will be third one. Statement is correct, 2 is wrong. This one is correct, 2 is wrong. Why? Photovoltaic panels are being used to supplement the power grid. Whatever the power is coming from the power grid, which is being like hydroelectricity, but from the water we are producing, from the solar we are producing, it will be adding. But the compatibility of these panels, which are solar panels, with the power grid is also because it produces direct current. No, it is not because of that. There are inverters to convert. This DC to AC. We can compare the inverters and this power grid. But we cannot convert the power grid because power grid is also conversion process from direct current to alternate current from the power grid. So that's why inverters and power grid can be compatible to each other as they done the both process of inversion, means conversion from DC to AC. But compatibility of direct current in photovoltaic cell solar production will not be compatible or comparable with the power grid, which is creating alternate current. Conversion simply. Rising nutrient levels in a lake. The numbers and types of biota present there. It will change the numbers and types of biota present there. Eutrophic lakes normally have clean water and contain little biomass. Many times. Rising nutrient levels let change the numbers and types of the biota present there. Biota means the aqua life, means the fishes, prawns, which are there inside that lake. The number and the type of biolives. So type of aquatic lives. So rising nutrient level, the more nutrients or the less nutrients, based on that the biota present there will be keep on changing the numbers. Means some may die, some may survive. Eutrophic lakes normally have a clear and clean water. It is not eutrophic, it is oligotrophic, will have a clear and clean water. Oligotrophic. We know this statement is wrong. Based on that we can answer actually. Last final question. The detrimental impact of air pollution is not limited to human health only. Fluorine emitted in the air from the various industrial process has a significant cytotoxicological. It is A, because very clearly the two statements are friend. Negative impact. Detrimental means negative or adverse impact of air pollution. Obviously, it is not only human health. It will impact on the climate change. It will impact on the animals. It will impact on the plants. Many things will get impacted. So, fluoride emitted in the air from the various industrial process has a significant cytotoxicological, which means it will be impacting on the plants. The study of how much toxicity effect is there with respect to plants. That study is called as a cytotoxicological, and the fluoride will be impacting on the plant's life also. In this we covered 120 previous year questions of people and environment, 45 questions and 75 questions. 45 questions from June 2023, 9 shifts, and in the December 2023, 15 shifts, we covered 75 questions. With explanation, I hope this has built up certain confidence in you. Don't take much hectic with respect to people and environment. Do it. You have done a practice. You revise it again with a PDF before going for the exam. That's it. Or if not 5 by 5, if our luck is good, 5 by 5 will get it. If not, luck is not in favor, then at least three questions will be in your pocket. Do not worry much about this unit. Thank you so much. If you are first time in this channel, please do subscribe to this channel Achievers Adda, and download our app also, and do join in our Telegram group. Please share with your friends also, so that it will be reached to many members. And here, if you want a paper 1 revision magazine, this is the revision magazine which is covering 7 units of paper 1. It is not including data interpretation, reading comprehension, mathematical ability. But in this 40 pages, including a new previous year question points, a quick revision with the charts and single liners, wherever possible, we try to add previous year questions of recent examination, single liner point for every unit basis with updates. It is available. So just at a 226 rupees you can get at your home. So 226 rupees will be the price. The Google form link is available in the description. Just open that link and pay the 226 rupees. Fill your address. You will get at your home only. We'll send you by courier. And if it is for this examination, 4 days it will take minimum to reach to outside the Telangana, outside the Andhra Pradesh. If it is within Telangana and Andhra, it will reach within 3 days only. Right? And if you want to prepare previous year question, all the previous year question, almost 4,100 previous year questions of paper 1 on topic wise basis, and June 2024 re-NET exam papers also there. Total 17 shifts every day we are discussing in our platform. If you want all these 41 shifts of previous year questions plus 41 mock tests with explanation, 4,100 questions, just at a 799 only you can able to get. It is there in Achievers Adda platform. And if it is for paper 2 commerce also, same way, 3,700 questions are available from 2019 to 2024. This course, video lectures of explanation classes for previous year question plus CBT mock test series. Everything under one roof. 3,700 is there. 3,700 questions. The price of this commerce also at a 799. If you want, in commerce we have covered 2019 till the 2024 total 17 previous papers. In paper 1 total 41 previous paper, 41 mock test. Here commerce also 20 CBT mock test with explanation. So with that total that many questions are going to cover. Very small investment for your NET JRF examination. And if you want a both paper 1 and paper 2 combo, 1499, 1500 only it will be available. Price is not going to reduce because we kept a low price. Whether it is near to the exam or whatever, price is remains same. You can download the PDF, you can print it also, you can use it for the future reference if you want. Just download the app, simply register or go to the website, simply register, login, go to the courses. You can find the first 3 courses. This only first one is combo, second one is only paper 1, third one will be only paper 2 commerce. You can pay and access to the course immediately without any time limit. So validity of the course will be 40 days.